Eddie Hearn says there is a 70% chance that a deal will be reached between himself and Deontay Wilder's team for a fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, potentially in the back end of this year, 2018. So, as you can see in this article here, Eddie Hearn says their side has been very vocal in letting the media know about everything that is happening. We've had some positive conversations over the past day or so. Negotiations are ongoing, and we're all hopeful to reach an agreement. I will go back with some very simple questions, which hopefully they can answer to put us in a position to know whether it's worth taking. We sent them on Tuesday night. They can't not answer those questions. I believe they want to make the fight. Povetkin is the guy we have to fight next. If we fight Wilder, Povetkin will wait. Would we apply for a voluntary? Maybe. Would the WBA allow it? Maybe. But really, it is Wilder or Povetkin. We are talking to Miller, but mainly we are talking to Povetkin because he is the guy we'll have to fight if we don't fight Wilder. So those are the words of Fast Car, Eddie Hearn. I hope that Eddie Hearn is not gassing us up here in terms of saying there's a 70% chance of the Wilder-Joshua fight happening. I want this fight. I hope that Team Wilder give Eddie Hearn the answers that he wants to the questions in terms of where is the money? Is it really 50 million? Where's the fight gonna, etc., etc. All the relevant questions, all the questions that would normally be answered in a negotiation. I hope that Eddie Hearn is getting answers to those questions. He apparently is dealing with Al Heyman's people rather than Shelley Finkel, which is a relief because him and Finkel clearly don't get along. They clearly don't see eye to eye. Whereas Eddie Hearn has done many deals with Al Heyman's people over the years, even involving Anthony Joshua, because Joshua fought Dominic Breazeale, who was an Al Heyman fighter, and he also faced Charles Martin, who was an Al Heyman fighter. Those deals, according to Eddie Hearn, were done very, very easily with minimum fuss dealing with Al Heyman. So, yeah, hopefully he gets the deal with Heyman and his people, and Shelley Finkel, or Shirley Winkle, as Eddie Hearn likes to call him, doesn't have too much input. And then maybe the fight will get made. So, yeah. Wilder is clearly not going to face Joshua next. He's going to fight Dominic Breazeale. But after that, back end of 2018, hopefully, fingers crossed, we get Joshua Wilder. That is what I want to see. I'm sure that's what most of you guys want to see. I want it to happen this year. I don't want it to get dragged out for another couple years. I want it to happen this year. Let's get an undisputed world heavyweight champion in 2018. And then all Anthony Joshua would have to do if he beat Deontay Wilder, because that's not a foregone conclusion. I mean, let's say Wilder wins. Let me rephrase what I was about to say. All the winner of this fight would have to do to be regarded as the truly undisputed champion, even though he's already got all the belts. The only thing he would need to do to be regarded as truly the undisputed heavyweight champion is beat Tyson Fury after that, who is still the lineal champion. Joshua has a better resume than Deontay Wilder at this point because he does have wins over Klitschko, Joseph Parker, etc. So if he was to beat Wilder, I think you already would have to talk about Anthony Joshua as an all-time great. He'd already be in that conversation, not just because of who he's beat and the fact he's unified the division and become the first man to hold all 4 belts. Not just because he's done that, but because he's done it in so few fights. That has to be taken into account in terms of Anthony Joshua's greatness. Doing it in so few fights, very impressive. So, yeah, if he beats Wilder, he has to be in the conversations of all-time great heavyweights. I'm not saying top 5 or anything, but I'm saying he has to be in the conversation as an all-time great heavyweight. And then if he manages to fight and beat Fury, then Joshua is a very, very serious player in terms of historically elite heavyweights. Yeah, but we'll see, because again, Wilder could easily upset that apple cart, hit Anthony Joshua with one of those Alabama slammers on the side of Joshua's jaw and clean him out. That could happen. He's got that kind of power. He's got that kind of speed. And then we'll be talking about Deontay Wilder maybe in a conversation as an all-time great heavyweight. But again, because he doesn't have as good a resume as Joshua does, he may have to do a little bit more after beating Joshua, if he beats Joshua, to be in that conversation in terms of all-time greats. So whatever the case may be, we all hope this fight gets made. And Eddie Hearn is saying 70% chance at the moment. We'll see. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below, people. It's happening. I'm out.